staff of the Health Promotion Unit took part in the Agrichef masterclass down at the waterfront just recently. Here are some of the highlights of that event. Down here at the apron of the waterfront in Nevis, and we've just concluded taking part in the agricultural's MasterChef cooking sessions, and we had several people take part, and of course HPU had to be involved, and I have two members of staff with me today, Chevrolet Nisbet and Chanel Nisbet. So girls, I saw you cooking. How was it?
It was actually a really good experience and I had fun. I wasn't sure how it would have turned out because it's like cooking in front of people, but it was actually good. And the food was easy to cook. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chanel, loin, do you cook the loin, the pork?
Yes, I did.
How easy was that to cook?
It was very easy actually because it was thinly cut. I was kind of skeptical about the pork because I figure, pork will take a little longer to cook, but it was cut nicely thin and it was really good. It was nice and tender.
And I noticed in the frying pan they had like sweet potatoes. Everything was thrown into one pan. Is that something that you would normally do at home?
Actually, no. I didn't even think. Sometimes you cook like most of your seasonings and like your peppers and stuff in the pot, but not the actual starch. So that was a good. But he had it parboiled, so it wasn't as hard to finish cooking it.
So is that something you're going to start? Is that going to be a style of cooking you're going to adopt from today, maybe, Chanel?
Yes, it's actually easier because it's like one pan as opposed to 3 different pots. Yes, so it's a good technique to pick up on.
And then you were lucky enough to go back a second time and you did fish.
Yes.
So sometimes fish is easier than loin, obviously.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like for you?
It was good for me, and because, like you said, fish is easy to cook, so you just 2 turns and the fish was good. I'm not a fish lover, but that fish was really good. And it had seasoning inside of it. I don't know if the viewers could have seen that, but it was stuffed, so it was good. It was well seasoned, and that orange that we put in there.
Chanel, are you a fish lover?
Yes, I love fish, seafood.
So do you normally cook a lot of fish at home? And if you do, is that the style of cooking you would use, or is it something you might try and copy?
That was a totally different way of cooking because, as Shavina was saying, normally we cook seasonings and we kind of stew it down as opposed to, have it steamed and have it, crunchy-ish. So yeah, that's a new technique. I'm willing to try at home.
And I think what made today really special for us, because we've got Chef Henville who's part of our team, and he's a great chef, and he was able to teach a number of persons, and I'm sure everybody was excited about taking part and will take something away from it. I think for me, what I enjoyed about today was using orange in loin. Sometimes you talk about orange sauce and rabbit, but with pork, definitely different, right?
Yes. How was it for you cooking the pork?
I absolutely enjoyed it, and well, me favourably eating it was probably the best part of it.
Yes.
But it was absolutely gorgeous. Like you could taste the orange and all the flavours blended into it. It didn't take anything away from the pork. It actually enhanced it. And the idea of the sweet potato parboil and actually blending with the juices, it was absolutely delicious. So we were really happy to take part, and we hope they're going to do this again next year.
I hope so too, because I'm excited.
And whilst we're here, just a little plug, the Health Promotion Unit in the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Taiwanese Embassy, will be hosting its first junior chef competition on April 15th, and we know it's going to be exciting. 11 schools from the island of Nevis, primary school kids will be taking part in this exciting first-time competition. So we hope you'll listen out for the bulletins, and we'll be there driving it along home safely. So any last words from you guys?
Buy local, eat local.
There you have it. Thank you. Until the next time. Bye-bye. So I'm now here with Chef Henville, who was taking charge of the Master Chef session today down at the waterfront. We earlier spoke to two members of staff that took part in the competition. Everybody's absolutely happy, excited. I was exhilarated with the orange and the loin.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So who came up with this idea, and how did you become involved?
Well, it was I was approached by Randy Elliott in agriculture, and he said, we're getting ready to do the Agriculture Day, Open Day. So we wanted to have some activities to build up to that Open Day. Mm-hmm. And so he approached me about the idea of the agro master class, and I jumped right on it right away. I said, sure, absolutely. I said, let's do it. Let's make it work. And so we sat down and bounced some ideas off one another and said, okay, we can do this or not this, and then we're thinking about the day and the time of the day and all that. And so it took some organizing, but as you can see today, it came off beautifully, and everyone was happy and hopefully walked away with full stomachs.
So let's talk a little bit about the recipes that you used today, because obviously people at home will want to know what it was all about, because we mentioned what it was, but just go through the recipe and the selection and how you came about doing that.
Sure. Well, unfortunately, I wish that Llewellyn Clark could have been here. He was my other partner. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, he couldn't make it. But I did a pork and sweet potato dish, and Llewellyn's side was a snapper and pumpkin dish. And so what the first class was the pork and sweet potato. So it was a pork loin, some diced sweet potatoes, again all local, a little bit of cinnamon, little sugar, onion powder, garlic powder, some fresh herbs. Orange juice, and we squeeze a fresh orange right over the dish, in the pan. So it all those flavors worked together and really enhanced one another and brought the dish together, and it was really, really nice, nice and refreshing. The second dish, the snapper dish, was a snapper and pumpkin, and so similar to the pork, it was a one pot kind of meal, where we started to saute the snapper in the pan first, and then keeping an eye on the snapper and how quickly it's coming to done, we started adding in all our other vegetables and fruit as well. So orange again played a key part in that. And funny enough, Llewellyn and I didn't have we didn't say, oh, okay, let's all use oranges, but it just happened that that's how it's funny how chefs' minds work alike. But everything again came together really nice, and everything complemented one another.
Fantastic. Now, importantly, and we can't forget, without these competitions, there are always sponsors on board.
Yeah.
We'll take this opportunity to say thank you to all our sponsors.
Yes. This again, just like you said, it couldn't have been done with the support of everybody that was involved. So again, a big thank you to Rams, the Good Food people. Thank you to the Nevis Craft House that supplied those beautiful cutting boards with the Nevis Craft House etched on them. It was really, really nice. A nice touch. Again, the Ministry of Agriculture, all of the fishermen who supplied the snapper, the Gary at the abattoir who supplied the pork loin, and again all the different farmers that supply the peppers and pumpkin and sweet potato and onion and all of this. So many hands came together and made this day possible.
And we can't forget Nevis Tourism Authority because we needed those stoves.
Yes. Again, Nevis Tourism Authority came in handy, and they let us borrow some of the equipment to have this day today. So it was really nice, really nice.
Thank you for taking the time out to speak to us. This is Chef Henville, Health Promotion Unit, and we are absolutely delighted, and we're very happy because it's been a successful event.
Thank you, my pleasure.